Welcome, everyone. My name is Danny Ross, and I will be your guide today for the AI Lunch and Learn Tuesday edition. Every Tuesday, 12 noon, we kick it off and we focus in on new apps. I answer questions live from our users regarding using those applications. If this is your first time here, please put a one in the chat. I like to know who is new so we can guide the training today towards that. Also, put in the chat where you're from. It's always fun to get those two pieces of information. I'll go ahead and share for anyone who is new. This is the link to 7 p.m. training, which is really there for beginners. You can sign up and get started at the very beginning. We teach foundational tools like the create method, which is how to communicate with any AI tool. And then we take you through some overviews of the platform, things like that. If this is your first time, put a one in the chat and we'll keep moving on. I realized I dropped it into the wrong chat section. There you go. The link for tonight's training. And there is my email address if you have any questions. I'll post my calendar link in just a second so you can grab that. If this is your first time to the platform, when you start, you'll land here. This first video is a welcome video. It gives you an overview of the platform. This is a replay from the last 7 p.m. session we had. Good place to start. This video covers the create method. Further down, you'll see some videos regarding how to use various apps in the platform, things like that. And then, as I was just showing you, the AI Lunch and Learn, we have it twice a week now. It is Tuesday, 12 noon, and then 12 noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Those are 2 days we have it. The one on Thursdays specializes more in people using the platform to make money, have their own business. They are white labeling it. You can resell everything in the platform, make it your own color scheme, make it your own icons, your own messaging, choose which apps, charge how much to charge for each app. That's the white label process, and that is available there. You can do it with us, kind of a done with you type model on Thursdays. But if you want to build it out, get it done tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but very quickly, you can also have myself and the VAs help you build out your white label. That's another option. The done for you version, just send us an email. We'll set up a call. And if you miss any of the sessions, you can watch the videos here. I'm about a week behind now, so go through the videos, just click it and it'll play. And you can watch it at 1.5 speed to catch up quickly. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. If you're using the platform and something is being difficult for you, go ahead and drop that into the chat. Also, if you are building out something and you have some ideas and you want me to help, I'm available. We also have the Ask the Experts, which is custom AI tools. You can also use the AI Sales Coach to help you answer questions. So if someone is in the chat who has not done this before, go ahead and drop your domain name or URL in the chat. I can help build out a little video for you. If you already have your domain name, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. We can have a little fun with creating some videos for you. All right, new apps. This section here is where I drop in all of the new apps. As you can see, it's an ever-growing list. It's amazing how many new apps come out every 2 weeks or so. I've pretty much touched on all of these, but if anybody has a question about any of these apps that are out, please go ahead and let me know. I will also show you some new ones today. This one is AI podcast. Again, some people have a desire to create their own podcast. What this one is an agentic model where you can enter content that you want your podcast to be about. You can have one voice or two voices. You can put in text. You can put in a URL. And then this is if you have text, you're going to put in the content about your podcast, and then it'll go ahead and generate. You can pick how long you want it to be, 3 minutes, 3 to 7 minutes. etc. It tells you it's 180 credits per minute. But this is something that you probably want to think about a little bit before you drop it in there, just thinking through what you want it to work on for you. And then you can either create your own voice clone, which means you would train it up on your own voice. And to do that, you would essentially say, hey, I want to sign up and subscribe to the voice clone AI LLM. And then that's $4.99 a month. Or you can use one of the voices that are here. So you could preview it.
There is no greater harm than that of time wasted.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
So you can pick out which voice you want.
Years teach much which the days never know.
And you can pick out whoever you like. All right. So that's actually not bad. So you have the language. Now we just need something to put in here. Is anybody online doing a podcast? Maybe they have an idea of what you want to do a podcast about. Let's go up here and use our AI sales coach and create a new chat. And I will use my voice in. This is a speech to text extension for Chrome. Just turn that on. I have a home cleaning business and I want to do a podcast for rental property owners in Florida on the Treasure Coast. I want to talk about issues that Airbnb and rental property managers have with keeping their properties pristine for the next renter, the issues they may run into with rowdy or messy renters, and how they can overcome those by hiring the proper cleaning company partner. Give me an outline I can use for my podcast. I am using an AI tool to generate the podcast. Remember, whenever you're doing these types of projects, whenever you get stuck, the best thing that you can do is use the AI tools like the AI sales coach to help you create content, help you understand how to create the content. Here's the podcast outline for rental property owners on the Treasure Coast. And so you can edit this further if it's not quite what you're looking for. And we'll drop this into the next tool. Let's go back now to new AI apps, the new AI podcast tool. We're going to create a new podcast and we're going to drop the text in here. And so podcast around properties. Okay, so this podcast, let's see. Yeah, the podcast for rental property owners on the Treasure Coast of Florida. So we're going to be very specific in this case. I think it gives a really good outline. And so we'll go ahead and run it. We'll make it short. We'll just do 3 minutes. And English language. And as I said, we could generate our own voice, but I think we'll just go with this one.
There is no greater harm than that of time wasted.
All right. And then you can put in your key themes. And so I think in here, it talked about some of those themes, a brief introduction, cleanliness and property ratings, and so on and so forth. These are all good things already in here. It has a call to action. Encourage listeners to contact your business or services for visitor services by visiting cleanwizard.net. By the way, that is a real company, one of my customers. If you have a rental property in Florida, they are any home at the Treasure Coast, they can help you out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and generate this podcast. We're just going to do 3 minutes. Let's see what it comes up with. And it's fun. When I do these demos, sometimes I'm doing them live for the first time in front of everybody. This is the fun part of AI. You never really know what you're going to get. All right, while that's doing that, welcome some more people to the chat. Hey, Annette. Hey, Antoinette. Diana, Daryl. All right, so welcome everybody. And we're just going through some new apps. This one is called AI Podcast or Podcast AI. It allows you to create a podcast. And now I have the podcast generated.
Cleanliness is vital for rental property success, impacting guest satisfaction and ratings. Messy renters pose challenges like property damage. Implement preventive measures such as strict rules and deposits. Regular professional cleaning saves time and enhances experiences. When selecting a cleaning service, consider reliability and cost effectiveness.
Let me see Roger's voice.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
Yeah, he's fine. All right, so now that we've done one, let's go ahead and do two voices, and we'll tell it to generate again, 3 minutes, keeping it short. And so now it should be two people discussing cleaning solutions. If anybody has any questions in the chat, go ahead and drop it in the chat. If this is the first time that you're here, please put a 1 in the chat. Otherwise, go ahead and definitely put where you're from, just so people can see where you're from. All right, we're making progress here. It's running out to do this. Let me grab my calendar link as well. Go off to the right here and grab my calendar link. I'll drop it in the chat in just a second. It's slow generating, not sure why. Come on, weird. Hey, Annette, nice to see you on. New tools.
Vacation rentals, a gold mine, or a glitter bomb disaster. Today, we're diving into the messy world of rental property cleaning on Florida's Treasure Coast, because one pizza on the ceiling incident can cost you thousands.
Oh no, don't tell me you've seen that firsthand.
Let's just say I've heard some horror stories. But here's the thing, cleanliness isn't just about avoiding disasters. It's directly tied to guest satisfaction and those all-important online ratings.
I can see how that would impact bookings. What can property owners do to keep things spick and span?
Clear rental rules and security deposits are a good start, but sometimes even the best prevention can't stop a spring break tsunami. That's where professional cleaning services come in handy.
I get it, but don't some owners worry about the cost?
They do, but it's an investment. Happy guests leave better reviews, which can lead to more bookings and higher rates. Plus, outsourcing cleaning saves time and headaches.
Makes sense.
Absolutely fantastic. And the reason why I'm giving it the clap thing here is number one, it's having the dual conversation. The AI is talking to the AI, two different voices. It's presenting a podcast, informational, educational in that industry, of course. But I think even you, anybody on the phone who has a business and is looking for content that they can then take and upload into a video creator and have B-roll behind it, you can see almost immediately that this tool is extremely useful because again, the AI is having a conversation with the AI, it's teaching, it's talking, it's giving content, and now, of course, it's about to go in for the sales close where it's giving you reasons why you should use this particular service. And so, as from a sales point of view, that's exactly what you want. You want to give educational content, and especially in a podcast format, you want to give them things that they could use, that particular industry, in this case, Airbnb and rental property managers. And now the AI is going to go in for the close by suggesting they contact a particular website. Using this for your business could be highly effective. Put it up on a reel with a video with some images, and you've got some really good.
Any tips for choosing the right cleaning company?
Oh, absolutely. Ask about their experience with vacation rentals specifically. And don't be shy about checking references. Remember, folks, with the right strategy, you can keep your property sparkling and your guest grinning from check-in to checkout.
Excellent, excellent. All right, love it. And so that's what you want to do. You post it up with your link and your call to action. I should have put in here under key themes to push the call to action a little harder. But maybe because I cut it to 3 minutes, I probably should have done 3 to 7 minutes. Other than that, was exceptionally well done without any direction from us. That's the best part about these kind of agentic models is they do their own thing and come up with some pretty good content. All right. So that was under the new apps, and that was AI podcast, brand new. Any questions before I move on to the next new app? All righty, cool. Right now, this app is another one of those. I think we did LeadBiz already. LeadBiz is an external app that eventually is going to float into the ecosphere of BuildBiz.ai. And this one is called Famous. It is a very powerful tool. You do not need to do any coding to get results that are amazing. As you just saw, we had a two-person conversation with AI. All I did was ask the AI sales agent to give me a premise for the podcast, and then I fed that in, and it did a really good job. Now, this is similar, except we are going to use it to build apps. Famous AI is one of those really interesting tools. If you wanted to build an app, you would have to find a developer or multiple developers and have knowledge yourself on the type of formatting and things you need to build an app. With this tool, you don't have to know anything. You can automatically start building an app. Staying in the theme of a cleaning business, let's have a little fun with this. And before I jump on, I saw some new people jumped into the call. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Terrence. If this is your first time joining one of our sessions, please drop a one in the chat. And other than that, I'll keep moving along. Again, this is a fun tool to build things. We just did that whole premise where we had the cleaning company and we wanted to build it out. Now I need an app to handle people coming into my business who just saw that podcast and they need a place to go to either contact us or book a cleaning job. So let's go ahead and take some of that premise that we just had. Let's go back into the sales coach. We can grab this and do a little editing. And this way we don't have to do the whole thing over again. Let's drop it in here. I have a home cleaning business and I want to build an app for people who are rental property. I want Airbnb and property managers. Let's do this. Actually, I just did it this way. To be able to contact me regarding getting their properties cleaned, period. I want them to be able to send me their contact requirements, including the number of bedrooms and bathrooms and things like that, describing their properties on a form. I also want them to be able to schedule a call with me from my calendar, period. Finally, I want pictures of Florida homes, looking before and after pictures that I can use to advertise my business. Perfect. That's a pretty good start. And I will crank that off. Let's go ahead and see what it does. Grammar. We don't need any grammar checking. AI is actually pretty forgiving on grammar. If you're not sending it to a customer and you're just speaking to the AI, grammar is not that critical. Other than, of course, if you need to clarify something well enough for the AI to understand what it is that you're doing. All right, while that is starting to do the processing, please remember if this is your first time joining us, please sign up for the 7 p.m. training because we're doing some a little bit more advanced things. If you want to learn what the create method is, which is how you speak to any AI tool, I cover that. There's also videos in the platform that go over how to speak to any AI tool. The platform itself is called buildbiz.ai for everybody who's brand new. That's where you can do that. As far as my calendar, did I even put that in yet? Nope, not yet. I went off to do it and then I got distracted. Here is my calendar link if you want to strategize how AI can help you with your business. We have multiple VAs that can help you. We can help you build out your website. We can help you build out your AI platform. If you don't want to do it yourself, we are here to assist and help. You can see what's interesting about this is the deep research methodology in ChatGPT. The difference is this agent, because I showed you an agent the other day called LeadBiz, and that agent's job is a sales agent. Agentic AI is the new thing, and that sales agent can take a cold list or warm list, build out the sales process for you, handle your sales appointment booking, start that sales conversation, answer questions based on how you train it. You can build all of that out for you. This agent is completely different. It's like hiring a team of developers from an agentic point of view. Its job is to be that developer for you. When you're done with everything, you can take the code just by clicking here on the code. You can move it over to GitHub. You can hire a developer to polish it up for you, but you've done 90% of the work. Launching would be a lot less expensive. We're building out an app for Treasure Coast cleaning services. You can walk through this with the developer agent and just tell it, hey, this is right, that is wrong, that kind of thing. But what's fun about this app is I've built out a lot of websites and it is super easy to say, hey, this is really cool. Pictures and a website. It's got a space for a calendar. Obviously, it's just laying everything out. In the business, this is called a wireframe, meaning it's kind of laid it out. Now you can go in and add functionality. You can add the ability for buttons to work and things like that. But this is not bad considering all I did was give it a paragraph describing what I wanted. But it's laid out all of the essentials of what we need. It even has a quote here, a cleaning form, and it says property type, bedrooms, any additional things, and then, hey, submit request. Just like that. It has a calendar, which I am sure doesn't work, but it is fun. It's laid out where it would be. Now we can add functionality by connecting it to a calendar in the back end, and then we can make everything work. But for a first pass, without me doing a whole bunch of work, it has essentially laid out the functionality that we would want it to have, or minimum that we want to have. This is what this tool is extremely good at, is getting you to that minimally viable product. Treasure Coast Cleaning. Okay, so I could tell it change the name of the company to Clean Wizard. And so you could tell it something like that, simple. The AI is reminding me. All right, so the way that this works, let me actually try that again. Hold on. I forgot to mention this. Change the name of the company to Clean Wizard. All right, perfect. Let's do that. Now, when I click on it, it's going to show me what I have to do. If you want to stay on the free service, you can send 5 messages per day or 30 messages per month. If you want to upgrade to $27 a month, everything in free, 100 messages per month, priority bills, so on and so forth. And then, of course, you can go all out and do whatever you need to do. These are the upgrades to this platform. I personally, I would just play with it for free until you get something that you like. After you get something that's a minimally viable product, enough for you to test and play with, then I would say, okay, let's pay for it and go from there. You can play with it for $0 and then you can upgrade. The next thing I would tell this AI to do is change the name. I would then start playing around with the buttons to see which ones work. A lot of times when it does that first thing, it doesn't do the services, buttons, and all these different things. You can set up the gallery. This is actually a single page website with the buttons just bouncing down the page. That's a very efficient way to build out a sales funnel. You can have the buttons, but their job is just to bounce you down to sections in the page. If you notice right here on the right, there is a image button. If you click this image button, or you can drag and drop images into And then you could say, okay, put this image in the before section here. And the way that you communicate with it a lot is the best, most efficient way is if you want to change something specific, you can highlight it like this and say, put these three pictures. You can take these three pictures from this section and put them into the before, and the AI will drop those images into each section. From there, you can continue to build it out by looking at each thing you have here and just doing the change. I like this product. It's very interesting. It's a great way to develop things. You can also connect a domain name to it. It is a super quick way to build out your business in a very short fashion. I'll pause here, see if there are any immediate questions. And again, I see some people, you guys are awful quiet in the chat today. I see some people that are brand new, looks like. Hey, Trish, welcome. If this is your first time coming to my training, I want to do a quick reminder. This is the link to the very beginners class. It's 7 p.m. this evening, and that's also my email address. That training starts with the create method, which is the way that you communicate with any AI tool. From there, I take you through the journey of understanding AI, where it started, all the way through to the modern agentic area where we have all these fun AI apps like I'm demoing right now. I just demoed AI podcasting tool, and we just demoed famous.ai, which are two really interesting new apps. If you guys want to comment on what you thought of those apps, let me know. Is this your own platform? Fantastic question. The answer is yes. This platform is a white label of one called Deal.ai. Deal.ai is a fantastic foundation for building out your own white labels. BuildBiz is a white label focused on helping small businesses take from where they are. You can see that some of the icons and apps are the same, but if you go in to actually sign up for it, their enterprise program is $69 a month. You get all the same apps. We started building out these AI experts that can help you with different topics. You have your AI sales coach. If you were hopefully on early enough to see it, it's just like ChatGPT in the sense that you can ask it any question. The platform is built on several large language models. And we have customized tools. If this is your first time building your business, start with the Big Dream Generator. It is a cool tool where you can put your vision, take it out of your head, put it on paper, if you will, and answer these questions, and it'll build out for you what we call a business brief. And the business brief is what you can use to talk to the other AI apps on the platform and get it to do some amazing things for you. As a matter of fact, let me refresh. Anybody who has not done it before, if you want to drop your URL or domain name into the chat, we can do some fun things with your domain, including give some demos of the apps that are in the platform. Please go ahead and drop your URL or your domain into the chat, and we'll do some fun stuff with it. There's about 90 plus apps overall in the platform, and depending on where you're in your stage of your business, you can start with the business formation tools. You can get your domain, you can get your email, you can get your phone number. You can also go ahead from there and start building out apps like custom AI apps, which are the AI personality app. We had our community. These are all custom apps. You can build out your own chatbot. Chatbot is great because you can put it not only on your own website, but you can put it on other websites as well. By the way, I do demos of how to do that. I have training videos that I have put into the starting page here. Let me duplicate again. Pro tip, if you are using the platform and you want to bounce around, a great way to do it is to go ahead and duplicate the tab. Here you can see some of the AI apps. We have explainers on how to use some of those apps. And furthermore, in AI Lunch and Learn, which is where we go through Tuesdays, this call right now, 12 noon, and then you can see the recordings, and each recording touches a different topic of which you can utilize as well. Under content creation, we have a host of wonderful apps. One of my favorites is this one here. called AI videos. I love to show this app off because it shows the potential of AI. You can upload a logo, put in your domain name, and the best way to use it is to use text where you have AI sales help you create a script for your video. From a shortcut point of view, you can simply have it take that information. You can pick a voice you like, and
Welcome to our
you can hear the different voices. You can upload your own music. One of the newest tools is AI, what is it, Music Maker, where you can create music, instrumental versions of music, and you can upload it right here. You can create your own music and then upload as background. If we go to that website, let's take a peek. And so you can see the colors that are here. It's kind of like a dark purple. And so you can get information. When you are looking at a website, remember the AI tool will only scrape one page at a time or one URL at a time. If you wanted to get the About Us page, you're going to want to go here and grab this information. That's how it works. Remember that. For instance, you have your home page, and so you have some information, your mission. This is good. I think we'll get a good video from this. Let's go back and kick it off. We'll change the color to a purplish color. It's close enough. You can pick video mode, portrait, or landscape, and that's enough to get started. And you tell it to go, and it's going to try to grab the content off it. Hopefully, it'll work out fine. If not, we'll fix it. All right, so it's running. That one is the AI App Wizard or AI Video Creator, excuse me. We have a lot of other tools in here as well. By the way, as soon as you join, you immediately get this link. You can share with friends and family, and anybody who joins, you get 50%. Becoming an affiliate is super easy. You don't have to do any coding, any work. Another fun, easy way to make money, side hustle or professional business, you would do this white label option. And for $27 a month, you get the ability to resell this entire platform. You can change the coloring, the icons, decide how much an app costs. So you can actually sell each app. If you create a chatbot app or something, you can charge for it on a monthly basis. Lots of different ways you can make money with the platform, about 4 or 5 different ways. That's one of the fun things. Righty, let's see how it's doing on there. It should be done. It always says it's going to take 8 minutes. It usually takes about 3 to 4. While it is working on that, I'll keep looking around here. I mentioned the content creation. As you can see, you can create logos, hero images, blog posts. You can do voiceovers. You have 5 terabytes of file storage. You can store quite a bit. Here's the audio bookmaker. You have a book, you can convert it to audio, create AI movies. You have a movie editor, very basic, but cutting and clipping and making changes to a video, including adding images and things like that. You have 4 website creators. I would only use the AEO website creator. It is the latest, the greatest, and it is the best at getting your business found by chat bots like ChatGPT. This entire website was built in the AEO website creator. You can do just about anything that you need to do for both your websites and sales funnels. It's a great, powerful tool. All right, we have gotten the video done here. A maximum length of time for creating videos. No, however, there's a logical amount of time you should use. If you're doing a video sales letter and its job is to promote your business, I would say 90 seconds to 2 minutes max. Unless you have a lot of exciting content, people are just going to wander away. It depends on how you're using it. If it's on your website explaining your business, then they're a captured audience. So you can go to 5 minutes. But if you're just using the AI video creator with no spokesperson or talking head yourself, it could get a little boring. Again, you're probably better off doing short videos explaining just quickly why you're here. For instance, the BillBiz page is one that I created almost 2 years ago, actually a year ago, and it's getting old. I need to update it.
CEO Danny Ross. AI is transforming business at an incredible pace.
This video is 2 minutes and 10 seconds long, and it's enough for people to get the concept and understand what the platform is about. Like I said, it's out of date, so I will actually update it, which will be easy to do because I can easily replace the panels or scenes that are out of tune and add more to it. Again, you don't want to make it too long. All right. Let's go back to content creation. Let's go to AI videos. Did I not get it? That is weird. I think I may have accidentally clicked off of it. Some days it's just like that with me and AI. Some days we're just not communicating. All right, so let's do this. And let me grab this stuff here. Perfect. You get to see sometimes when I do things, it ends up working out okay. Let's go here and create a new chat. I want to create a 90-second video sales letter for my consulting business. Comment here is the info about my business. And make the call to action be request a call. All right, so we're going to put all this in here that I scraped from the website. And where to go? I want to create a 90 seconds video sales letter, schedule a call. So we can take off some of this extraneous things that it captured. We don't need it listed 4 times. That was just a straight up copy paste from here. So we can take this off. There we go. We can do, in other words, you can put all this in, but it really is not going to make any difference. The AI will ignore extraneous things. And that should be enough for it to come up with something. Let's see what it does. I'm just going to have it create a video sales letter. I'm not quite sure exactly what went wrong, but that's okay. This is what I meant by having the AI write the script for you. And we don't have the logo, so we're going to leave that part off. Let's drop the text in here. There we go. This will give the AI enough information. There we go. We'll start with just that part there. Unfortunately, I have to just touch on this stuff again. One of the things I've developed is a lot of patience. Actually, I'm a pretty patient guy anyway, but you do want to not take anything the AI does personally. Don't let it get you frustrated. If it does something you don't like a couple of times, just walk away. Come back in a few minutes. It's like a Zen coding exercise. All right, I think we've got everything we need. Let's crank that off and try that again. And again, not sure what happened because I was pretty sure it was done. And then it went away. All right. So let's see. Any other questions? Let me check the questions. Is there a maximum length? No, no maximum length. Okay, we got that question out the way. If you have a URL you want me to play with in the demo example, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. Don't forget, training tonight, 7 p.m. for beginners, best place to start. If you are using the platform, if you have a question about an app, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We have more new apps coming every day. It's amazing how fast the development team is dropping these different apps. Some days I'll come in here and there'll be a new app, and I'm like, wait, this is really fun. Sometimes you request things and it gets delivered in a very quick time. Right now, my request is in the new app, the Lead Biz app. I've been asking for some additional pieces. For those who didn't see the Lead Biz tool, under new AI apps, AI Sales Agent is one of the new ones. And this one is going to be a fun app to completely build in the platform. But right now it's external. It's free to try. What's really good about it is you can basically go in here and have it start a project for you. For example, I have customers on BillBiz. If you're a customer, you probably got an email from the sales agent asking you, are you happy? And then if you said yes, it would say, great. Is it okay for me to use your comments as part of a testimonial on the website? And then, more importantly, are you open for a one-on-one sales call to discuss your business and how we can make it better? I got 6 to 8 appointments from that one outreach, and I didn't touch it. It sent out the times from my calendar that I'm available. It basically set you up to be scheduled. It's connected you to a Zoom link, and it was all done through the AI sales agent by itself. It's free to try. It is 97 cents per 1,000 emails sent is a batch format, which, by the way, I don't recommend you do. The more powerful way is to have the agent write custom emails for each person based on goals that you set. Kevin, that should be the right link. I do it every 2 weeks. It should have the 5/13 date, and the next one I think is 5/19. That is correct if it says 5/13, 5/19. That is the correct link. I'll give you the direct link to the Zoom call just so you have it. Let's go ahead and grab that for you while I'm thinking of it. Your Zoom is being signed in another device. Oh, I'm already on here. I'm not quite sure what it's talking about. So Zoom is fighting with me today. Let me grab that webinar for you. Make sure you have the link. That's this evening, 5:13. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Let's grab this link for anybody who wants to jump on this evening. I'll drop it in the chat. This should be the right one. Okay. All righty. Where was I? So then it basically did all of that work, sent the Zoom link, and I didn't touch it. It was fantastic. I've done some demos. There's some videos on there about AI Lead Biz, and you can check that out. All right, let's go back and see if we're done. By now, we are done. There we are. Not sure what happened. Let's take a look at what it created.
Welcome to CRE Consulting LLC, your trusted guide to commercial real estate success. Unlock the full potential of your commercial real estate journey with our expert guidance and tailor-made solutions. Our personalized consulting sessions are designed specifically for commercial real estate professionals seeking targeted, in-depth advice. Enhance your understanding of CRE lending with our self-paced courses for just $50. Leverage our extensive network to connect with top lenders and seize exclusive opportunities. Ready to transform your commercial real estate strategy? Schedule a call with us today.
You just have the same guy almost right here. You could essentially just regenerate, or what I tell my customers, the best way to do this is to use one of the other AI tools, such as Hyperrealistic. I would feed that same description that I fed into the AI sales coach. First, I would build out my big dream generator business brief. That's what I would do first. And then the second thing is once you've created, so imagine this is the brief now. I'm going to grab this and I can go to content creation tools like Hyperrealistic and into my project, which is the 60-minute demo. I use that one for this purpose, but you want to name them your projects just so that it keeps them in one bucket, if you will, all the images that you're creating. And so by feeding that into the idea generator, it's going to generate image ideas based on the description of my business. Every time it does that, I can change it. Depending on your target audience, the images may or may not reflect your business model. So you are going to want to change things. Generally speaking, AI has a bias. It'll give you a white guy with a beard if you don't specifically say, I want this type of image. And that's where the hyper-realistic is super fantastic at. It's a consulting firm specializing in commercial real estate. And then, so this is the first image that it's suggesting, a consultant and client in a professional office. I want a Black female consultant and a client. I want to be specific about who I want in my images. And then 16:9 is horizontal landscape photo. And that's it. I would tell it to go with that. And the reason why you want to be diverse in your imagery. Again, your client can be whatever, but if you want to make it more diverse, you have to say that in the images you're creating. And it's interesting here. And now I asked for one black female, it gave me two. And so I could be specific and you could say Asian, just to break it up a little bit. Client person, always shaking hands. Now you have a little variety in your imagery on your website or video. Again, it depends on your target audience. You want to match the images that you're creating against your target audience. That looks better. We could download that and grab that one. We could go back now to our document. We have two people shaking hands here, but you can't even see who that person is. I like the Peninsula Commercial Residence. Expert guidance. I like that one. Let's replace this one with expert guidance. And I think it should have just dropped it in here. Yep, I didn't name it or anything. Now we have it. We have expert guidance. We got another one here. This looks a little tedious, so we probably want to change this image. Let's go find another image. Conversations with business cards in hand. Let's see on their laptop, coffee table, online webinar, video call, brochures, and commercial properties. This one could be pretty good. Let's see what this one generates. In other words, it's giving you ideas for images that you can use. And obviously, you have a website already done, so you could actually steal images from your website. We would grab that image, for example, bring it down and utilize it. And same thing with all of these background images that you have here. You have classes, you have things. So you would want to build out this information into your video. You could include that as some of the content. And let's go back here for a second. Let's go back here. Oh, I get my image. All right, that's good. We got a variety of images here. Let's download that and then go back into our video, and now we'll upload it. We can't have too many handshaking photos. This thing target in depth. Let's go ahead and grab this one, bring that up, and then put in our personalized consulting service that specializes in that. Maybe add a little bit here. Commercial real estate, in-depth targeted consulting sessions and training, and that should be good enough. So we'll do that there. Bingo. Now we've got a little bit more pertinent detail. Control X, grab this here. Boom. Enhance your understanding of CRE lending with our self-paced course, starting at just $50. So this one here right now is redundant, so we can trash that one. Leverage extension networks and so on and so forth. Not bad. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and regenerate from there because I think we got a little variety of images now. All right, let's regenerate. And that's going to run. Any questions in the chat? Anybody has any questions? All right. And so again, please sign up for this evening. Drop it one more time. That's my email. And here is my calendar. Drop it in there one more time for people who jumped on late. All righty. Perfect. Let's see what we are doing on the video. The second time around, it takes less time simply because it already has the foundation. What it's doing now is rearranging the images that we just added or changed, and it's going to come back out with this in a few seconds, and it should be good. It should be pretty good. It's short to the point. Obviously, I would make it longer. That's only 30 seconds. So I would go a little further out and generate. All right, let's see what we've got.
Welcome to CRE Consulting LLC, your trusted guide to commercial real estate success. Unlock the full potential of your commercial real estate journey with our expert guidance and tailor-made solutions. Commercial real estate professionals seeking personalized guidance can benefit from our in-depth targeted consulting sessions and training. Enhance your understanding of CRE lending with our self-paced courses starting at just $50. Leverage our extensive network to connect with top lenders and seize exclusive opportunities. Ready to transform your commercial real estate strategy? Schedule a call with us today.
All right, not bad at all. And I would take out the LLC. That's redundant because again, it's an advertisement, so you don't need to say LLC. That's you put that on your website. Other than that, it's pretty good. I would drop this. Personal preference. And the CRE consulting, that's fine. You don't need the LLC. And all right, every time you generate, by the way, it takes 50 credits. For people who are new, certain apps, not all apps, certain apps, the video creation ones and some of the newer apps do require credits. It's $1,000, $6.99 for 1,000 credits. So it's relatively inexpensive. Once the video is regenerated, can you please send me a copy? Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in the chat in a couple of seconds. So if you want to hang on, we are at 6 minutes over, which for us is pretty good. I've seen us go much over that. Hey, Joel, I see you're on. The new apps that we just dropped were Famous AI, which is a AI agentic development platform, which is a lot of fun. And so let me grab this. Essentially, you can go into the vault here. And as I mentioned earlier, you have 5 TB of storage. I'm just going to download that video that we just did, taking out the LLC. And I will drop that in there. Joel is one of my platform partners. Hey, Joel, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon. That was one of the late guys, but I'm glad to be here. This is an awesome app. The question I put into the chat was, and forgive me because my typing and writing is off. I was asking in that video, sometimes when it's automated, when you start listening to these things, I see now why you need to humanize it. And so, how can you slow down the text? Some of the words get run on with each other. If you want to slow it down a little bit, work on the pronunciations and tempo, how do you do that? I'm sure most of it's manual, but is there a way to humanize the actual sound of it? And that's only because I've listened to them so many. You just hear them. It's like immediately they're AI. But that's okay. It's at the point now where you don't have to tell anybody. You probably should say this is an AI generated video because everybody knows, okay, there's the AI generated video. I think the next level is how can you humanize it to make it sound good when people see it? They know it's AI, but they say, wow, that was good.
There's a couple of different techniques you can use. First of all, if you want to humanize the actual text of it, we have an app in here called AI Humanizer, which, funny enough, you paste the text that the other AI agent or the AI chatbot created. Like we just got this from AI sales coach. You could take that text, drop it into AI Humanizer, and it will take a pass at trying to make that text sound more human, or at least the wording is more human, so less formal, if you will. You can tell AI sales agent that you want this text to be at a 5th grade reading level for this target audience. Make it in the tone of whoever your famous, friendly voice that you want to use and set the tone. There's all kinds of techniques that you can use using the create method to get exactly the tone that you want out of the script. Then once you've got it in there, I just posted for Daryl the video. You can, after you've humanized it, and then you're talking about the delivery. In the script itself, you can add spaces, paragraphs to space it out so it slows down. You can give clues to the AI that you want the pronunciation to be a little different. You can slow it down. You can actually record your own B-roll, upload that. That humanizes it if it has your own face in it. You can add your own video content as long as it's 20 megabytes or less. You can drop human beings into the video, which humanizes it. One of the funny things you mentioned is you should announce that it is an AI video. Since my business is AI, I'm proud to say that.
Created by CEO Danny Ross. Miss Sarah, I am an AI assistant created by CEO Danny Ross.
You can actually come out and say it if you want.
Yeah, that's great.
The last tip I would add is you can drop it into a tool like Camtasia or Final Cut, any kind of video editor, and you can actually slow it down. I can go from 1 speed to 0.75% speed, and that will actually slow down the pace of it if that's your desire as well. Lots of different ways you can do it. And then remember, keep it 2 minutes or less if it's a video sales letter. But of course, if it's an explainer video, you can make it whatever length you want. All right. Hopefully that helped.
No, Danny, I think I just want to make a commentary at this point.
Sure.
To all those in the listening audience, there's the science of this artificial intelligence, and then there's the art. You guys are witnessing Danny Ross, who's able to take the science and turn many pieces into a nice finished product. What Danny just said, I want to pause right here because Danny knows that I document everything. I document processes and procedures. I'm a operating type person because that's my military background, being in the federal service as an investigator over 30 years. It leads me to that, and it irritates a lot of people, but I try to not recreate the wheel. I know that there are models already out there, so why recreate it? What we're creating now, we're creating new models because a lot of this work has not been done. This group is seeing the process of what Danny said about how to humanize this video was very important. Number one, it's how you write the prompt. The power of life and death over your marketing efforts lies in the power of your prompt. If you spend time developing that prompt and knowing the technique of saying, I am creating a sales and marketing video, and that is AI generated, I want it to sound as humanly as possible. Ensure you use words that resonate and are easy to pronounce, or if there's a certain pronunciation of a word that the AI can't get, you have to spell it out phonetically. And those are tactics, tips, and procedures that takes dozens, thousands of iterations and time and years that you're getting here within 1 hour. I want to make sure that we capture this snippet of what Danny just did in terms of showing you the art and science of making a powerful presentation and end product. Thank you, Danny.
No worries. All right, everyone. If you're brand new, join me 7 p.m. tonight for the starting AI class in 1 hour. It's a great place to begin, and I will see you this evening. It has been a pleasure as always. And don't forget, Thursday is AI workstation for our entrepreneurs. That is 12 noon Pacific, and that is 3 p.m. Eastern. And we cover white label, all the things of building your own platform. Join us 3 p.m. Eastern. Joel will be there as well. And so it'll be a lot of fun. Everybody, have a fantastic day, and I will speak to you later.
Thank you.